Hey, what's up, everybody? We are live with CBD Business Success, and this is not the Matt and Paul show. I'm just not techie enough to take this background off, so it says that. But thanks for watching, people, and we're gonna get some people on live here. Sometimes it takes a while for people to show up, but we got a special guest, Kristijan from Shoutem today. Thanks for joining us, Kristijan.
Thanks a lot for inviting me,
Oh,
Matt.
yeah. And he's in France right now. I'm jealous in a beautiful lot. uh, so yeah, just waiting for more people to get on. But if you don't mind, if you want to go into your background a little bit and tell us a little bit about Shoutem, and then we're going to share some slides, people, and show you exactly what Shoutem does.
Mhm. Okay, well, thanks a lot, Matt. So Shoutem has been around uh, for like 12 years now, and it's a ready-to-make app platform that you can create apps without a single line of code, basically. So you just have to create an account, pick and choose which features you want to add into your app, add some content, a bit of design, and the app is ready to be published to Google and Apple Store. The target groups are like various niches, but one of the top niches that we do have and do support is e-commerce, like Shopify, direct Shopify integration, and a bunch of other integrations. So it basically just pulls it's a direct sync with the Shopify website, and in sync with everything, with basically an inventory, etc. And it's just showcasing all the products, or you can filter and show just some of the products inside of the app, and then add additional features, functionalities. We will dive a little bit deeper into that and have like more engaging D2C experience. And those type of apps can be created like anybody can do it, or we can do for clients, but they can be done within days, which is super cool thing about the app. And then the client can take over and basically manage their own app, send push notifications, engage the users, and so on.
It's amazing how far apps have come as far as like the cost to produce them nowadays. Like with Shoutem,
Yeah.
it's so much more affordable. Like 10 years ago, I was looking to build an app for a dispensary I was running, and I think the quote was like $400,000 to build out.
Yeah.
And so now it's so much more affordable to for any startup. Even you can afford to do this, people, if you're watching. And I think it would also work well with a brick and mortar store as well. So if you're watching and you have a brick and mortar and e-com, I think having this app will be great too.
hmm Yeah, in the past, I mean, you would usually have to pay like $100,000 plus, way over. I've seen like $1 million apps, but when we talk about like simpler apps, I don't know, especially Shopify or e-commerce, I mean, why would you build everything from scratch where you have solutions already out there? You just put everything together, put all the pieces together, or use solutions such as Shoutem, and you can drastically, like we are not even talking about tens of thousands of dollars. We are talking much less of an investment, and you can be ready to market the app within days. Instead, if you go custom approach, like 6 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And then also you need to have like 20 people maintaining that app, a bunch of stakeholders, process is super long, and so on. So this is like spinning up like a rocket ship.
Yeah, so Shoutem has solved all those issues, people. And if you have a CBD brand and you want to connect at a deeper level with your customers, this is one way of doing it for sure. And I'm sure Kristijan is going to show in his presentation exactly how it works. And so, yeah, if you don't mind, we can jump into the slides, Kristijan, and then I'll have some questions for you after.
Sure. Let me just share my screen. The browser cannot access your screen. Try
Uh-oh.
capturing different. Just give me 1 second.
Gotta love technology. Or maybe
Yes. Uh,
Oh, there it goes.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Can you see it? Okay, perfect. Okay, let me just go to slideshow. All right.
There.
All right. So who we are. So as I said earlier, we've been around for like 12 years. Way over 10,000 apps have been built over that period of time without a single line of code. Why do we believe we fit in this cannabis CBD Shopify story? I mean, for the past like years and years, cannabis and CBD businesses weren't even able to have an app on Apple Store, for example. And when Apple lifted the guideline a few months ago, we started to get like more and more inquiries, and we were like, okay, so we have to do something here, and we started like building apps either on Shopify or some other providers for CBD slash cannabis apps. What are the advantages of, for example, Shopify? I'm giving this example of Shopify cannabis brands, like more visibility, because your app is listed on Apple Store. You can reach out to your users organically as well. Increase of sale. App users are 3 times more likely to convert compared to mobile web users, just web users, because you can target them in much more smarter way that I'm going to mention in a few moments. Of course, loyalty programs, so you can reward your most loyal clients. It's based on how much money they spend, so you can create your own reward system inside of Shoutem. Additional feature that it's available out of the box, and that we are like kind of brands that they like that. It's basically a built-in social network. There's a lot of issues, I'm sure, Matt, like what you can post, etc., on social media. But since we have our own, you can like users can share their pictures, they can upload videos of how they're using the products and so on. They can post comments, like those comments. So it's like a Facebook wall that we replicated and built, and it's available out of the box.
That's cool, because like it goes in line with what we in our consulting. We always say CBD is just an ingredient. You want to build a tribe, you want to build a cult around your brand. And if you can do that, then this is perfect. Building in a built-in social network with everybody talking to each other within your world, not within Facebook's world. So I love that.
Exactly, and there's no restrictions like will Facebook allow it, will Instagram allow it. You can, as an admin, write whatever you want, and you have full control. Of course, if you have some not related content that somebody is sharing on the wall, you can easily just delete that. So advantages of having an app as additional sales channel. So there's a huge shift like in the e-commerce market. So like I think the numbers are even higher, but like roughly like 70% of the users, they use mobile app to purchase products. Like I don't remember when was the last time that I purchased something from the web. For example, in Europe, it's popular, for example, ASOS, which is like a huge e-commerce for like clothes, for example, and a bunch of other stuff. I never ever used a website to order that. And also the statistics basically proving that's the case in the majority of the cases. So why do we
interrupt you? But you see a lot of shoe people that sell high-end shoes nowadays. They have their own apps like Stadium Goods and these other companies that sell shoes. So it's getting more and more popular to have an app to buy product, for sure.
Exactly, and especially if you are into D2C, because you can capture those, because you want same users to return and purchase more and have them back. And in the app, you can really achieve that. The app users they view products more than 4 times more than like compared to the mobile web users. Okay, on a website you can easily just get sidetracked, open a new page, whatever, and you don't even know which was the website that you originally started your search, and are 3 times more likely to convert. Why? It's because of welcoming emails. So when you registering in the app, you can trigger and send automated emails to basically convert users to not just download the app. That's the first goal, but within the app, and they'll ultimately like to purchase something, right? And to push them to purchase something is through push notifications, something that you definitely cannot have on a website, right? So, and push notifications can boost engagement by more than 80%. And in-app messages like triggered, for example, abandoned cart. Somebody put something in a cart, and I don't know, somebody call him, and he forgot about it. He can receive a triggered push notification after 15-20 minutes to remind him of that. So you can conversions, you can increase with push notification conversions by way over four times, which is which is huge for any kind of engagement and pushing sales inside of the app. Within the cannabis space, there's quite a lot of apps live now since the Apple lifted the guideline. I just mentioned here a few, like Ease, most likely you heard it, like Grassdoor, Leafly, Weed Maps, and so on. And even on Shoutem, I'm going to mention a few a little bit later on. Even on Shoutem, we publish quite a few apps, and a few of them are in the process of publishing. So instead of just being like, I gave an example of Weed Maps or Ease or any other congregator apps, like you're just one of the brands listed in one container type of app. And for users, you cannot get loyal customers there. They are those type of users. They are trying to find something cheap on sale, and they are not going to target like specific brands. And with your own app, you can really own your identity, and you can really target your user base and reward them, and basically you have a full control. Great marketing channel, right? So you have your own branded app, and Shoutem usually creates a strategy. It's like on a website, it's SEO. On mobile apps, it's App Store optimization, right? So it's a similar principles, how you will track organically downloads to your app. Brand distinctions. This is just what I mentioned. You are not just one of the brands listed in some container app. It's actually your own app. Sales channel, having your own e-commerce D2C, it reduces basically the margins you pay to the retailers in traditional sales channels, and ultimately customer retentions. So mobile app users are more likely to be using their app again and again and again if you engage with them, if you give them something, if you reward them with something, and of course, it's going to increase the purchase frequency of customers. So, for example, I don't know, I bought something today, and then I don't know, in 3 days you just send like, oh, there's 20% discount, and you blast that push notification, and of course, I'm going to come back and purchase the same product for some I don't know, minimum 10% sale inside of the app. So Shoutem product and platform. Obviously, Shopify is the platform for e-commerce. Built on Shoutem, first fast go-to-market mobile app platform. And what's the beauty of this? It's a native integration. I'm not going to go too techie. I'm not a techie guy either. But it's basically copy-pasting 2 API keys from the Shopify web store. It pulls all the products. You pick and choose which ones are going to be listed in the app, and more or less you just build around Shopify functionality.
Well, real quick, Kristijan, will this work if you have WooCommerce?
With WooCommerce, we can do it through a web view, but yes, technically speaking, yes.
Okay.
So any type of e-commerce platform, it would work.
Cool.
So as showing here, this is basically all the just a glimpse of the features available, and highlighted are the ones that we kind of suggest to use in this e-commerce type of app. So basically shopping, push notifications, photos, videos, nice onboarding screens, and a bunch of other integrations. But there's a lot of other features like events, analytics, advertising, whatever, that you can easily just use inside of the app. So the top features, is I'm going to just mention it again, it's Shopify, push notifications, loyalty programs, and social kind of wall extensions, which is basically the core features for e-commerce apps. What do you get more than just with e-commerce? So you get everything on a website plus much more. So the user can browse on basically in the app, and you can receive a cart and button notifications straight to your phone. With Shoutem, we would design the app. There's a development team, app publishing. So we are going through all that process, and we do kind of create a strategy, not for paid. That's where Matt and his team will jump on. It's organic, so App Store optimization, how to basically on your website add pop-ups so that the app is available, how to promote the app in your emails, how to promote the app on your website, and so on. So that kind of strategy, Shoutem will draft specific to each brand, and for paid, we would kind of suggest Matt and his team to take over from there. Something Shoutem, it's not basically we don't have a team. We don't have a team for that. Push notifications, as I mentioned earlier. 80% of the customers would like to receive location-based notifications. 72% is basically call to action, basically opening the emails. Loyalty programs, you can draft them as however you want. It's super easy. I don't know if you're gonna give it based per currency spend. Is it gonna be I don't know, buy two get third for free? All of that is available out of the box. Social extension, it looks like this. So you basically, every user will register with the app. They can create their nickname or actually a real name, and they can share. For example, this is like a text and a picture, and then everybody can comment, share it, like it, and so on. It's really great engagement. Now, marketing your app, and this is what we provide, what kind of value Shoutem will additionally, besides just creating an app, and provide to the brands. So there's a few funnels and tactics how to promote and how to get those downloads. So we get a lot of questions like, how will I get downloads? How will user know that I have an app, and so on? And this is where that strategy it's really important. So there's 3 steps, like user acquisition, user activation, and user conversion. This first part is how you capture those eyes from the people that are trying to find, I don't know, CBD brand or etc. So first, you target your the good thing with Shopify clients is that usually they already have at least emails from their customers. So of course you're going to send an emails and promote the app. App Store optimization. App Store optimization is basically like SEO. Then organic social media, how you will promote. Offline marketing. Next step is like, will the users come back? So you optimize with the UX and UI. User conversion, and how you can maximize the revenue. So basically you look into analytics, see what the users are doing inside of the app, where's like a bottlenecks, you try to fix them, and so on, and constantly optimize that. So the user acquisition first step is like to the current user base. So in the on your website emails, especially on your website, you add this smart banner. So whoever opens the app opens your website on, for example, iPhone, this smart banner is going to be here that the app is available, and conversion rates are pretty impressive when you add this. It's a single line of code. We help clients with that.
Oh, that's cool. I
And,
like that.
yeah, and then so basically this is the first step. Second, in emails or on a website, you mentioned somewhere that you have an app. We can design everything, and we usually explain the clients where to put it on a website, where to put it on a emails, and this is just to push to the current user base. This is basically the same stuff, but just email, focusing on email. So this is like huge company in Europe, e-commerce for, like, as I mentioned, like a bunch of clothes and etc. etc. They're constantly pushing the app and promoting the app because I think their sale channel is 80 to 90% mobile app, not their website, for example. App Store optimization, and this is something that people usually forget about. It's not easy to do, and it's a lot of effort behind it. How to name the app, how many characters in the app, how to add subtitle of the app, how many characters, what kind of images, optimize the screenshots, keyword, like description of the app, and what's the keyword density, what kind of new product releases, like app reviews and so on. And all this is super important to do before the app goes live, so that especially Apple is very picky when it comes to all of this.
Yeah.
So if your brand is called Kristijan, you're not just gonna write Kristijan. The fun fact is Apple likes up to 30 characters, and as close as you can get to the 30 characters. So you have to like think. So we are using a bunch of tools to achieve good results. But once the Apple picks that up, and usually it's pretty fast, whatever user types in when it comes to CBD and a bunch of other keywords, your app will grow and be on the top search results. Organic social media, of course, we're gonna create a strategy for that, like how often to write something and promote the app. You're not going to blast every single day a couple of posts, hey, we have an app. You have to optimize that and play around with that. I'm pretty sure, Matt, you know that when I overload the users, but we can provide something on that. And then offline, it's basically promoting the app on packaging, if possible. Some brands they can do it. Some brands, simply they don't do it. But that's also an option, like where to put kind of banners and stickers on the packaging. User activation is basically playing around with push notifications when it comes to like download, register, purchase, and you constantly tweaking that and trying to have much higher numbers of registered users and people that are purchasing your products. Push notifications, basically, I already mentioned that, and constantly analyzing different versions and variations of, I don't know, one design versus another design, CTA button color versus different CTA color button, what is actually performing better. A few case studies. It's a Click Spray brand. They are CBD and THC. Brand, it's an e-commerce app that's available in California only at the moment, and you can purchase products and everything, and it can be delivered to your door. And Tyson 2.0, we recently launched that. It's also like e-commerce, scheduled delivery, social wall, product listing, and so on. So
I see the Tyson ear gummies. That's funny.
It was great fun working with them and their team, and they're growing like nuts, and but super cool brand. So more or less that's it when it comes to mobile mobile apps, what we can do. So Matt, if you have any questions.
Yeah, and so a couple questions. Well, one comment that I have after watching this, in my opinion, this is only going to be effective if you do what me and Paul always preach, and you have a targeted audience. Then it's going to be so
Mhm.
much more effective. If you're trying to sell CBD to everybody and you don't have a targeted audience, it's going to be a lot harder to make the app work. If you have a community that you're building, then this app could be
Mm.
huge for your brand. Like one brand we work with, they're in Colorado and they're skiers and mountain bikers, and so they know that's their audience. They go after people that are out there in the mountains, and so the
Mhm.
app would be perfect for a brand like that, bringing that community of skiers and mountain bikers and hikers together. And so it just goes back to what we say: audience, message, product. You got to have all three of those locked in. And so the
Exactly.
app, this app is just a big part of that, I think. And especially with the push notifications that you can use, and bringing the community together. And so I love it. And so obviously there's a cost to it. And so typically, what is the investment to put it all together?
So the investment is typically so we can do it for every single app, and there's two packages. One is we design the app, we publish the app, and then of course maintain the app and show the clients how to not maintain how to maintain the app, but in a way to send push notifications to, I don't know, add additional products, and so on. And that's like a basic to start with, and that is 1,500 one-time fee to design the app, and then 1,200 per year, basically a subscription to host the app, and so on, to send all those push notifications. It's unlimited push notifications, and so on. The another package is 2,500, but it includes this app store optimization and 2,200 per year subscription fee. So that's basically the two packages that
Gotcha.
we have.
So the second one is just a lot more detailed, and they're working more with your team.
Exactly. Exactly. A lot of design iterations, brands that are more like picky when it comes to their brand image. They want everything to have like pixel perfect, like 5 design iterations. Every single screen has to be reviewed and approved. And it takes those type of apps. I mean, although we can do it within a couple of days, usually it's a lot of back and forth. You spend much more time, and it takes 2 weeks, for example, 3 weeks sometimes.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I think you're like ahead of the game, because I see, well, as long as cannabis, the THC side stays the way it is, like how California, like you just showed a couple of California brands, they're taking it
Mhm.
into their own hands to go direct to consumer, and I love that.
Yes.
So that's,
Yes.
if you have storefront, a THC brand, or even e-commerce, this is just the future, people. So you got to get on board. Like I was just saying earlier, I just bought a pair of shoes off of Stadium Goods app, and so yeah, it's just like that's the
Mhm.
wave of the future, people, of how we're going to be purchasing e-commerce from brands, and cannabis is perfect for this. And so if you're interested in learning more, you can either reach out to me and I'll connect you to Kristijan, or you can go direct to Kristijan. Just go to the Shoutem website, and it's just
Mhm.
shoutem.com, right? So
Correct. Yeah.
SHOUTM. And so either way, or if you have any questions, just feel free to reach out direct to me, and then I'll connect you to Kristijan and his team, and they could get you set up. But I know if I definitely would be doing this if I had a brick and mortar store. 100%, I would be doing this today. If I had an e-commerce brand that was doing at least 30 to 50,000 a month or more, I would be doing this right away. Like there's no question in my mind. Like, and especially if I had an e-commerce brand that was dialed into an
Mhm.
audience, this is like the perfect thing to bring your audience together under one roof, under your roof, and not Facebook's roof. Like I have Facebook groups and things like that, which we're on right now, which is cool. But it would be great to have my own world where I control that
Yeah.
world. And this is what the app does for you people. And so, yeah, I love it,
I've
man.
seen I've seen the cases where a brand just sends one push notification with a, I don't know, 15% sale, and they return entire investment in a mobile app. So those push notifications are really, really powerful in mobile apps, especially in e-commerce mobile app. So whenever you have a new product, a new, I don't know, sale, new promotion, whatever, you send push notifications, and purchase, it's basically guaranteed. And not like with email that you will get, I don't know, if you send 10,000 emails and two people buy something. Here is like ridiculous, ridiculous power that you have in your hands with a mobile app.
Yeah, I love it. So yeah, like I said, people, if you're interested, feel free to reach out to me or go direct to the Shoutem website and they'll get you set up. And thanks for joining me today, Kristijan. I really appreciate your time. I know you're on
Thank
vacation.
you for inviting me.
Yeah, man. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your vacation in beautiful Spain.
Yeah, will do. Well,
Or
thanks a
not
lot
Spain,
for
France. Sorry, France.
friends. Yeah.
uh,
Thanks a lot for inviting me. And as Matt said, like, if you have any questions, if you'd like to have an app, reach out to Matt or go directly on Shoutem, and would be more than happy to help you out to scale your business even more.
awesome. Thanks again, Kristijan. And everybody watching, we will see you again soon.